afternoon. Welcome to the FXReturn.com Weekly Forex Preview for Monday, December 15th, 2008. It's about 1 o'clock East Coast time. That makes it 1800 GMT, and we are looking at the euro in the background, trading 36.41. You can look. This is the first Fibonacci retracement level we had laid out from the tops at 60.37 roughly down to the bottoms down here 23s. The first level was 37.37. We could assume that we were retracing once we had broken through this orange line. Once we break this trend channel, then you can assume that you are retracing as long as your MACD is positive and you try and capture this area. That's why we had it laid out for you. 30.80 was the key level all the way on up right to here. This is a retouch of the old trend line, 36.44. We're going to face a little resistance in here, but I do believe eventually we'll work our way to this red moving average, 39.76, and I would find it hard to believe us to get here and not go up and shoot for the 41 level. So the euro has really finished this part of the retracement. This is the all-time high. We could be coming up and making sort of a 1-2 of a much deeper move, or we could be building up for higher levels. That'll be defined up here around the 46.18 level. But 36.46 right now, you can see the 2-hour charts have had quite a run. We're looking for a 2.0 target if we measure this wave. You see we came out of this, shooting up 1.6, looking for the 2.0, 37.56, which is very close to our first Fibonacci level. So I think that's the level on the upside. Support moves to 33.41 and 29.80 right now. But if you look at last week's video, we were able to lay this all out for you and look for this break, and we got it. That's just a good job of analysis. We look at the pound, 52.71. It looks like it's trying to break out yet also, but we haven't gotten closed above this orange line yet. If we do and close above it and break the highs, and I think you could look for a similar type scenario where the pound tries to shoot up higher and get to this red moving average to see if we can't get closer to the 50-day price as we're 150-day price as we're a little extended to the downside. Euro yen, same thing, 123.65, moving up as we had talked about, squirting out of this triangle. Brief retouch in the sell-off in yen and euro yen. We did get up to hit its moving average, what we expected, at 24.11. The big level is 25.32. If we can close above this 25.28 level, then I think that you could look for the euro yen to try and shoot for the first retracement level at 35.41. It would be akin to the euro getting up to 37.37. So euro's kind of leading the way. Yen is hanging down. That's what's holding back euro yen. The pressure and dollar yen still building to the downside. No momentum to the upside. So you'd be picking bottoms here. The only thing you can do is look. And if we break this sort of sloping uptrend line, which we may do, get above 91.52 in dollar yen, 91.52, then breaks this, then maybe you could think if it does retrace the levels, first level's 101.87, which would equal the 35.41 in euro yen. So that's the outlook there. Swissy going the other way. We broke its containment going to the top side. It had reached its 2.618 target. In the intraday wave, euro would be somewhere like here, but in the overall wave, it hit its 2.618 target, came down, hit support 16.28. It's a 2.0 level. Levels beneath it are this trend line and then 12.49. We had a little bit of bit of a double top up there. Not a lot of momentum. We were at our highest level and very weak on the MACD. So 1600. Look at Canadian dollar. It hit its 3.0. It didn't hit 2.6. Look at Swissy, 2.6. Canadian 3.0 when we measure the daily chart. And we look 130, triple top, contain that, 24.26. First level is 24.81. I think we can look at 16.70 as the 2.0 level because we've got that in dollar Swiss. 2.0. So 16.28, 15.98 dollar Swiss. If the dollar Swiss came down more, 12.49 you'd look at, and I think you would look at 16.70 in Canadian dollar. Not a lot of momentum. That would also push to those higher levels in the other foreign currencies. So it's been a great little triple top here in Canadian dollar. So there you go. If we close below this orange trend line, then I think you can look for a pullback. If the MACD can go negative, you can see a pullback to this red moving average. Dollar Swiss, 15.99 right now. there are higher levels for Swissy to attain, but it looks like this partial wave is a little bit finished. If MACD does build to the upside, then I think you could see moves going back, but right now I don't see that happening. So you can look at the 1249 underneath 1451, $90-$60 yen. I think there's better opportunities. 2374, look, we're close. We can get above here, 2532, and close above. I think you see a quick shoot, and that's about 900 points to 3541. Pound 52.83, and the euro 36.56, moving upwards. I think we're going to go look for this first level, 37.37, and then you got 41.78 above it right now, still building momentum to the upside. With the website at fxreturn.com, we can see that we have right here a website. You just sign up for a free trial right in here, click the free button, put that username, password, and you get access to all of our time plans, live time video, technical analysis videos, and so much more. As a subscribe member, click here, 2-week free two-week trial, $24.99, and you'll get either of our LP intraday signals or our TON, Trade on News software. When we look at our intraday signals, all you have to do is go to our LP signals performance and results tab, and that'll bring up all of our trades that have hit the grid. December's been a good month, 615. Look across the board. I mean, past performances are certainly not indicative of future results. We know that. And click here for a percentage return. You can see our leverage model. These are geared very low, trying to risk, certainly less than 5% on any one particular signal. And look at the results, 615 this month, closing out the month. Excellent. As we head into the year, 47.17. That's not taken into account the spread, but 47.17 top to bottom, LP intraday, signals performance. You're going to get a 2-week trial, $24.99. It's a $200, $149 a month value for the signals. You're going to get it for $24.99. So when we take a look at our weekly calendar for the upcoming week, we've got CPI data out of the UK at 4:30 a.m. We've got U.S. core CPI data of the U.S. at 8:30 a.m. East Coast, and at 2:15 the big U.S. Fed funds rate. So that'll be a market mover. Wednesday's little reprieve to digest. Thursday, retail sales out of Canada and the UK, starting with the UK at 4:30 a.m., 7:30. 8:30 a.m. Canadian core retail sales East Coast, followed up by 7 a.m. Canadian core CPI Friday. So a lot of movements that can impact the Canadian dollar. If we take out the top of that triple top, it's an ascending top. Ascending triangle. If not, we're going to look to come back and retrace to those lower levels Canadian dollar. So that's our outlook for the current week. Thanks so much for following along with us. FX Return is the website. Sign up for your free trial. We leave the euro trade in the background, 36.51. So a lot going on in the markets. We're now, it looks like, retracing in the foreign currencies. So be careful to pick your spots, but understand what we're doing in the overall picture. Thanks for following along today, and I'll see you tomorrow for our 8:30 U.S. News, U.S. Core CPI. Bye-bye.